Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Quita, and on this video, I'm going to be making an easy keto breakfast casserole. It's so yummy, by the way. But first, if you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump on in, guys. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this super yummy keto breakfast that is great for the entire family. So if you want to see how I make it, make sure to stick around. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and grab out my spices. You guys have not seen my spice cabinet yet. I have not debuted it yet, but stay tuned. There is a video coming soon. So I'm gonna grab out 4 different spices so I can jazz up this thing and make it taste really good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start my pot. I just turned on the stove, and then I'm going to be adding some oil so that I can go ahead and cook that broccoli. But first, I'm going to need to chop the broccoli. So I'm just gonna chop it lightly. I'm not gonna chop it into too fine of pieces. I'm just gonna chop it just enough to get a really nice bite in that casserole. And then next, I'm just adding some oil to my pan. It's just olive oil. And then I'm gonna add that broccoli to the pan. I'm gonna add just a little bit of seasoning, but the real seasoning is gonna come a little bit later. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of water, give it a good stir, and let it cook for just a little bit until it's kind of like al dente. And meanwhile, while that is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some green peppers. Now, the recipe did not call for green peppers, but I love green peppers. So I decided why not add them. So I'm just gonna chop them up, and I'm going to dice them, and then I'll just add them to a bowl until I am ready to add them to the casserole. All right, so looks like my broccoli is ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spoon that out of the pan into the dish. Smells so good. I did add just a tad little bit of seasoning. And then once I get it out of the pan, I'm just going to kind of spoon it around so that way it is spread out evenly in the casserole dish. And now it's on to bacon. I love bacon. My favorite part of this whole thing, probably. I just love bacon. So I'm just using your regular standard bacon. I do love uncured bacon as well, but I thought this would probably be the best bacon just to give it a nice crunch. Then we're gonna go ahead and crack those eggs, baby. So I used about 5 eggs for this casserole. The recipe called for 4, but I did increase the ingredients just a little bit, so I wanted to make sure that everything had the right balance. So once I got those eggs in the bowl, I'm gonna add that heavy cream and just whisk it around until I get it nice and mixed. And I'm gonna add those 4 seasonings that you saw me get out. Next up, I'm gonna chop that bacon, y'all. I might grab a piece because I just love bacon so much. So I'm gonna chop this bacon up into bite-sized pieces, and then I'm going to add them on top of the broccoli. But first, we need a layer of cheese. The more cheese, the better, in my opinion, because I just love cheese so much. Again, it's keto friendly, and you know, keto is all about that fat, and cheese is a part of that process. So I'm just gonna sprinkle the casserole with a little bit of cheese, and then we're gonna top it with that bacon. There's gonna be several layers to this thing, and y'all, I'm just ready to eat already. So we're just, again, adding that layer of bacon and then more cheese, of course, because why not? So I'm just gonna add just a thin layer of cheese, and then those green peppers can go right on top. I did chop up 1 full bell pepper, and I think that's gonna be the perfect to just give it a little bit more crunch. And so I'm just gonna toss those right on top. And then we're gonna spoon in our egg mixture. Again, I just cracked some eggs along with some heavy cream, and we're just gonna pour that on top just so everything can bind together, and that's what makes it a casserole. And so I'm just gonna use my spoon to just kind of spoon it around, make sure that egg mixture is penetrated throughout the entire casserole and it's evenly distributed. And so that's what you'll see me doing here. And then, yes, more cheese, of course. So I'm just gonna add one final layer of cheese, and then we're gonna top it with those seasonings. Garlic powder is amazing. I love garlic powder. Onion powder is one of my faves. And then also some thyme and some oregano. It's gonna be super yummy. So we're just gonna sprinkle that seasoning right on top. Make sure to use your fork to just kind of spoon it in, make sure it's nice and mixed. And we are done. You see how easy that casserole was? So now we are just going to pop that baby into the oven at 350 degrees for 25 minutes. And that's it, guys. Look at that gooiness. And so that is just the perfect and most easy keto casserole. It leaves you with lots of leftovers. It is a family hit. And so I would definitely say if you're on keto, it is worth a try. So I'll make sure to leave the recipe below just in case you're interested. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. You got a little inspiration out of it. And maybe you found something you want to cook for your keto journey, which means you'll give me a thumbs up on this video and also consider subscribing. So thanks, guys, so much. Hopefully you've been enjoying these cooking videos, which means you'll come back and catch another one, in which case I'll see you guys then.